Wednesday's mail once more. Ever more fatuous use of mind-boggling technology to give us a bit of elbow room.
Well, I'm afraid this infuriated me.
Yeah.
What this is about, I mean, it is brilliant because the technology is extraordinary, but DALL-E, D-A-L-L-E, can now imagine what is outside the frame of a painting. So if you think of the girl with the pearl earring, with which we are very familiar, I think we've got have we got a vid here?
Yeah.
So if you look at the girl with the pearl earring, what this AI program can do is create what might have been around her.
I mean, just to be clear, I think it still follows prompts, as DALL-E does. You give it verbal prompts, and so you say to it, can I have a wood-burning stove, please?
Yes, but I mean, we know that she was in a kitchen, we think, because she was a domestic. But I mean, the idea, if Vermeer had wanted to paint a kitchen,
you know,
for goodness sake, thank you very much. If you wanted to paint a 17th century kitchen, it would have painted a 17th century
Well, maybe he just got a bit bored.
He might have done.
He might have just been like, oh, I can't be bothered.
Well,
I think you're fine. I think you're fine. He painted one of the great portraits.
Yeah,
we
just
have
the front, but I want to see the cupboards.
Well, buy a catalogue.
He gave up too early.
Buy a catalogue. Go to Habitat.
I will say, Vermeer, all his paintings
wall.
were done using the pinhole camera, right? We know this. It would like have the so he was painting to get the perspective and everything. Maybe there was a limit to how much he could get through that pinhole camera.
And
might have been
lived till he was
infuriated.
43. I didn't realise that. He died quite young, and he painted this picture.
Yeah, but that's
quite
like
young.
in ancient years. That's like 105.
We've got a few more paintings to look at, I believe. If we got one of Leonardo there, well,
yeah,
that seems unlikely
that's science.
to me. I must
science.
admit.
I just find
what happens.
I think
just
it's
annoying,
preposterous.
isn't it?
It's the kind of it's a substitute for imagination. You know, when you see great painting, there's a reason why just that was painted.
Isn't it, though, a little bit... It's also a little bit similar to this, the story we were doing last night, I think, about Lord of the Rings prequel, the Rings of Power, in which they've taken an extraordinarily well-loved classic. And, I mean, they've taken to some extent from Tolkien's writing, but they're reimagining and they are basically kind of surfing on the back of it with a huge amount of new material which isn't there in Lord of the Rings. And you just think... Listen, I'm fine with all you want to do, but why not just do something new? You know what I mean? It's the same. This seems to be a real kind of, almost like a pathology in modern culture.
Isn't it? Rather than original.
Yeah, but to a degree, every art somewhat takes from before and adapts it and moves it forward.
But if you were to take, like, Girl with a Pearl Earring and just say, I want to actually have I want to create a whole new VR experience where you can live inside of a 17th century Flemish farmhouse, I think that would be quite something. But you don't have to have the Vermeer painting.
Well, Andy Serkis, I happen to know, is, Gollum, is doing this living history project at Coventry University, and they are going to create a project where you will be able to talk with and inhabit, if you like, an environment with historical figures. Yeah. And that seems to be rather wonderful if you can entrance kids.
But that sounds like one of those things when you visit for the school day and then they're dressed up and go, welcome to the oldie time.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think it's more sophisticated. Ye oldie tabard.
The
oldie porky
kids will still find it absolutely despicable, I'm sure.